Hey everybody, it's Kelly McGarry from Nourished and New Body Image Coaching, and I'm so excited to share our second story. This one is from Melissa, and I met her in a group for body image ambassadors for the body image movement with Taryn Brumfit. And I'm really excited to share story number 2 in my blog post series. And this one is about saying bye-bye to the bathroom scales. Have you weighed yourself on a scale in a long time? Are you obsessed with scales? Are you obsessed with a number on a scale? Well, scales cannot tell you your worth. They cannot tell you how beautiful you are, how smart you are, how funny you are, how good of a friend or mom you are. And a lot of people that I know not only stopped weighing themselves, but smashed their scale or threw away their scale, and it's very, very empowering. So I highly encourage you to do that. So this is the story from Melissa Menzies, and she says, "Guess what? It's my anniversary. Not your typical anniversary, though. It's been 1 year since I got on my scales and felt my stomach hit the floor. A feeling I was ready to wave bye-bye to for good. For me, it does not create a positive body image. It highlighted things I didn't accept about myself. We all have our body types, our DNA, our genetics, the things that make us unique. We are what we are. I am blessed with this body, the 3 children it's carried, the breath it gives me to go on about life and build cherished memories. And I'll never weigh 130 pounds unless I ate air for my 3 meals a day." The final straw for me was when I had gone on a trip to Australia for 5 weeks last summer. I simply adore Australian food, and any overseas expat will tell you that they totally gorge on all the scrumptious things they miss being overseas. The bakeries, the cheeses, the Cadbury's chocolate made in Australia, not to mention the consumption of wine at the constant catch-ups with loved ones. I also didn't have access to my usual exercise routine, so working off that gorgeous food went to the wayside. I got home and right back on my lifestyle program, as I have done for 7 years now and have embedded into my life. I even joined a boot camp on Groupon. Moving along, I worked my butt off for about 2 weeks and got on those scales. It took me days to psych myself up. I had put on 4 pounds. My heart sunk. Tears streamed out of my eyes, and I sounded so utterly pathetic to myself. I called my husband in tears. He thought something severely catastrophic must have happened to call him in such a panic. I put on 4 pounds! It sounded like such a first world problem. And that's when I realized it was out of control. There are times in life when we have an unhealthy relationship with something or someone, and you need to detach yourself from that thing or person. That was the scales for me. It's not healthy for me. It brings me down. It detracts from the awesomeness in my life. A year later, and it's been the best darn year in respect to my body image. It's a part of how Yummo Mummo got started. I really wanted to celebrate myself, have fun with myself, highlight what I loved about my body, celebrate my delicious pear shape. I started to accept the things I could not change. I'm not a lover of my legs, but instead of shaming that, I celebrate ways I can elongate them and wear what's right for my body type. This summer I put a photo of myself on Instagram in my swimsuit. Gasp! I would never have done that in a million years. And then in the blog post that I shared of her story, she shares a picture of herself sunning in Hawaii on her 39th birthday. She says, "I found myself a great bikini for the summer that let me have some fun with a season trend, high-waisted bikinis, and suited my body type. I'm loving life." So here we are a year later, on my anniversary, and a weight has been lifted from my shoulders, pardon the pun. I appreciate everyone is unique and the scales won't bring about panic for others that it did for me. And I also appreciate that others have a weight loss journey that totally requires scales. My opinion is unique to me and not a reflection on what I think others should do. It's important for me to maintain my weight. Diabetes is a big factor in my family, so I'm still very conscious to take care of myself in the present to avoid future problems. I live by some general routines that are enough for me. I drink mainly water, the rare diet soda. A large portion of my diet is fruits and vegetables. I make sure I get my 8 hours of sleep a night. I go to the gym 4 times a week as well as daily habits of walking and biking with my kids. And I go by my clothes. If my skinny jeans are feeling a little tight, I ramp things up a bit and it all evens out again. As well, for women, there are so many factors that can play with the scale, such as your period, hormones, water retention, etc. So there you have it. I hope you can appreciate I have dug a little deeper for you, and I hope it inspires you in your life to change the things you can and to accept the things that you cannot. If you follow me on social media, you would have heard me announce that I am now a global ambassador for the body image movement. I was doing cartwheels in my head when I found out. You'll be hearing more about it in a future blog post, so stay tuned for that. So go ahead and check out her blog. But the movement is teaching women a lesson we are slowly forgetting: to love ourselves from the inside out and to celebrate our awesomeness. That you are enough. By Melissa Menzies. So check out her page. You may be seeing this on YouTube or you may be watching this on my blog post. And just go to the blog and I'll share a link too underneath on YouTube. But just follow her link to her page, Yummo Mummo, and check out what her business is all about. And thank you so much for listening to the story or reading the story. And I hope you check back again for story number 3. Thank you so much. Take care.